Chapter 1. The Love Bomb. Narcissism isn't a label, it's a pattern of behavior, and these patterns, they have telltale signs. It all begins with a love bomb. Narcissists, they enter your life like a summer storm, hot, intense, all-consuming. They shower you with compliments, gifts, promises. It's a whirlwind romance or friendship that leaves you head over heels. But behind those charming smiles, there's a dark secret. It's a tactic, a way to disarm you, to make you fall in love with them. But love is an illusion. What you're experiencing is infatuation at its finest. It's the narcissist's way of saying, I'm here, I'm charming, I'm charismatic, and you're going to love me. But the storm, it always comes after the calm. Chapter 2. The Whisper. Once the love bombing ends, something shifts. The compliments become fewer, the gifts stop coming. The narcissist, they start to criticize, to find fault with everything you do. And it's subtle, almost a whisper, but it's damaging. Why? Because it's done in private. It's a calculated move to erode your self-esteem, to make you question yourself. This is what a narcissist does best. They isolate you, making you believe that the problem is you. They turn up the heat until you're boiling, then they back off and let you cool down. And when you do, guess what? They whisper again, planting seeds of doubt, making you second-guess yourself. It's manipulation at its finest. Chapter 3. The Tightrope. You try to fix things. You apologize. You promise to do better. But with a narcissist, it's a never-ending tightrope walk. Every time you think you're in the clear, they pull you back in. It's a cycle. They criticize, you defend, they mock, you withdraw. Then they charm you once again, only to repeat the cycle all over again. It's exhausting, isn't it? But that's what a narcissist wants. They thrive on your exhaustion, your confusion. It's their playground, a game where they're the puppet master and you're the puppet. Chapter 4. The Chains. Slowly, you begin to feel trapped. Your world revolves around a narcissist. You're in a cage of their making, and the walls are closing in. You feel suffocated, your emotions numb. But it's not too late to break free. Recognizing the signs is the first step to breaking the chains. Educating yourself about narcissistic behavior is like finding the kryptonite to their powers. You start to see through their manipulation, their tactics, their games. Knowledge is the key that unlocks your cage. Chapter 5. It's time to take back control of your narrative. Don't let the narcissist define who you are or how you feel. You have a story to tell, a life to reclaim. And guess what? You're not alone. There's a community out there waiting to listen, to support, to understand. Reach out, connect, share your experiences. In doing so, you're not just helping yourself, you're also helping others trapped in the quicksand of narcissism. Remember, healing is possible. Growth is within reach. You deserve a life that's rich, vibrant, full of genuine connections. It's time to rewrite your story, to reclaim your narrative, to break the chains of narcissism, and embrace a future filled with hope and healing. And if you're ready to dive deeper into this journey, I'd like to invite you to another video. We'll talk more about narcissistic behavior and how to protect yourself. Click here, and I'll see you there. Hey everyone, it's me. Welcome back to this channel on narcissism. Today we're gonna talk about a line that narcissists love to use in love bombing, and it goes something like this. I've never felt this way about anyone, or you're different from everyone else. Before I get into why they say this and what it means, if you're new here, please join our wonderful community of folks out there who are learning about narcissism every day. So let's get into it. Now that line, I've never felt this way about anyone or you, read different from everyone else, is one of the love bomb lines that people use. And it is really effective. And here's why it's effective. Narcissists don't start with cruelty. They start with perfection. They study you, your insecurities, your dreams, your patterns, and then they become the perfect person. They say all the right things. They do all the right gestures. It's not love, it's strategy. Why? Because if they can create a fantasy, they know you will fight to protect it, even when it's already dead. People who are narcissistic want something very specific, and that is adoration. They want to be the object of your adoration, but they also want to be the gatekeeper of that adoration. What does that mean? It means they will give you just enough of themselves, just enough of that perfect version of themselves to get you hooked, to get you invested, to get you to open up, to get you to trust them, and then they'll hold that over you. Now, the more vulnerable you are, the more likely you are to fall for this. because you may have experienced rejection in your past, or abandonment, or the loss of important people in your life. And so you may really grab onto this idea that someone has finally come along who gets you, who sees you, who feels the same way about you that you want to feel, that you've always wanted to feel. But guess what? That person doesn't exist. That was a construction. That was an illusion. There never was that other person. The truth is, they would have said that to anybody. They would have done those things for anybody. They were just studying you. They were doing research. They were figuring out what your vulnerabilities were. And once they had that, they started saying things like, "I've never felt this way about anyone. You're different from everyone else," which implies that you are special, you are unique, that this is some sort of rare, wonderful thing that is happening between the two of you. But it's all an illusion. It's all part of a game. Once you are hooked, then the switch flips, and you hear things like, "Why are you so emotional all the time? You're not as fun as you used to be," or at least they say things to that effect. They may not be as overt as that. They start criticizing you. They start comparing you to others. They start making jokes at your expense, and when you call it out, they gaslight you and tell you that you're too sensitive. Now, what happens is you then start to doubt yourself. You think maybe there's something wrong with me. Maybe I am too emotional. Maybe I am not as fun as I used to be. And then you start to try harder, especially if this is a romantic relationship. You may start trying harder, being more agreeable, doing more things, being more compliant, being more whatever. They want you to be in hopes that you can recapture that old feeling. That initial feeling of them, being taken by you, being in love with you, being infatuated with you. But the truth is, that version never existed. This is the real them. They were just masterful at hiding it. If you were the fortunate one in a narcissistic relationship, maybe you got through it. Maybe you're out of it now. Maybe you're still trying to get out of it. If you were, drop a comment. Let us know your experience, because I think hearing your stories helps other people. And thank you again. Hey everyone, and welcome back to this channel on narcissism, narcissistic relationships, and healing from these relationships. Today we're going to talk about 10 tactics that narcissists use to keep you under their thumb. Let's go ahead and get started. 1. Now begins the mental fog. You might think that the narcissist in your life is like Hannibal Lecter in the movie Silence of the Lambs, right? And they re-gon, nah, come at you with a big knife, and you re-gon, nah, fight back. But no, the truth is much scarier. Narcissists don't need chains. They use confusion. They change their stories. They deny things you know happened. They twist your words. You start doubting your memory. You second guess everything. And they love it. Because confusion equals control. 2, you stop trusting yourself and you start trusting them. That's when they've won. Every manipulator knows isolation equals power. So then they slowly pull you away from family, friends, your support system. They might say, "Your friends are toxic. Your parents don't really understand us. I just want more time with you." You think it's love, but what it really is separation. Because the more alone you are, the easier you are to control. 3, the push and pull. This one is so crazy making. The narcissist will push you away and then pull you back in. They may send mixed signals and be inconsistent, right? One day they're all in, the next day they're out. The push-pull dynamic creates an emotional roller coaster for you, and this is designed to make you feel off balance. Question if you're losing your mind? And it keeps you holding on because you never know if they re-gone, be there or not. 4, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Narcissists can turn on a dime. One moment they're charming, charismatic, fun. The next are angry, dismissive, mean. You might even witness their rage. You rationalize it. You make excuses for it. But what you're really seeing is their true colors. It scares you, but they don't care. This inconsistency keeps you off balance. It also confuses people who are observing your relationship because they may see the good and the bad and think, well, maybe it balances out. No, it doesn't. And people who don't understand narcissism may not see the ugly. 5, gaslighting. They will deny doing or saying things that you know they did and said. You'll question whether or not you are remembering things accurately, and you may even begin to doubt your own sanity. 6, smear campaigns. Narcissists will attack your friends, your family, even your pets. If they can't control you, they'll try to control how other people view you. They may spread rumors or lies about you behind your back, and this makes it difficult for you to maintain relationships outside of the narcissistic relationship. Triangulation. A narcissist may use a third person to validate their points, or to take their side in an argument. They may bring someone else into the relationship to spy on you or report back to them about what's going on. Or they may triangulate you by involving someone else in a conflict that you're having with them. No, narcissists often promise to change, to improve, to be better, and they'll say things like, "I'm gonna get my act together for you." But they never do, and you're left waiting for something that will never happen. No. 9. Laying the guilt trip. Narcissists have an uncanny ability to make you feel guilty for feeling good. They might say things like, "Oh, so you're gonna go out without me? Are you gonna have fun without me? I was the one who wanted to spend time with you." It's manipulation, plain and simple. And number 10, intimate and intense. The love bombing at the beginning can feel very intimate and intense, and they'll do things like love bombing, giving you compliments, gifts, being overly affectionate. It can feel amazing, right? But it's all part of the manipulation process. So let's take a minute and recap some of these points. Narcissists control you through confusion, through changing their stories and denying things that happen. They isolate you from your support system so that you're alone and you're easier to control. They push and pull you, keeping you off balance. They attack your friends and your family in smear campaigns. They may use triangulation to get someone else involved in your conflict. They promise to change, but they don't. And they lay the guilt trip when you try to assert your needs. It's important to remember that every person is different. Not all narcissists will use all of these tactics, but if you recognize any of them, it's crucial to take steps to protect yourself. Thanks again. What's the most dangerous part about narcissistic relationships? It's not the lies we see right through those now. It's not the manipulation. We're aware of that. It's not the gaslighting. We know what it is. The most dangerous part is that narcissists reward you randomly. They string you along with intermittent kindness, making you crave the feeling of being loved by them. But their love isn't real. It's a transaction, a tool for getting supply. After days of silence, they show up with flowers. After tearing you down, they suddenly shower you with praise. Your brain gets addicted to hope. Not to kindness, but to hope. This is called intermittent reinforcement. The same method casinos use to get people hooked, and narcissists use it to get you hooked to them. One moment they're cruel, and the next moment they're the person you fell in love with, and you think, maybe they've changed, but they haven't. That's the abuse. So how do you break the cycle? Let's talk about it. But before we do, please like and subscribe to the channel. The biggest challenge in healing from narcissistic abuse is that you were once hopeful. You believed their promises. You bought into the fantasy because their love bombing was real. They swept you off your feet. They made you feel like the most important person in the world. And then reality hit. The cycle began, up and down, hot and cold. They would disappear for days and then reappear with a grand gesture, a gift, a promise, a word of affirmation. And every time you took the bait, every time you forgave, you hoped it would be different this time. But it wasn't. It never is. When someone is using intermittent reinforcement, they are controlling your emotions. All of us want to believe in something good. We want to see the best in people. We want to believe in our own worth. Narcissists weaponize that natural human tendency. They know how to exploit our empathy and compassion. We want to help them. We want to fix them. We want to be the ones who understand. But there is no fixing them. There is no reasoning with them. There is no helping them. They don't want to be helped. To break the cycle, you have to call it what it is. Name it. Narcissistic abuse. Stop explaining it. You owe them no more justifications. Stop excusing it. They will never change. Stop enabling it. Stop participating in the fantasy. Stop seeking them out. Stop reaching out. Disappear. That's the only way to stop the cycle. It's hard to break the cycle because every time you reach out, they pull you back in. They send a text, a message, a meme, anything to get your attention. And you're like, maybe this time. But you can't keep getting pulled back in. You have to break the cycle. How do you do that? By going no contact. Block them, unfollow them, cut them out of your life completely. Make it impossible for them to contact you. Because if they can still contact you, they can still manipulate you. If you can still see them, you can still talk to them, you're still in the game. They haven't let you go. But when you walk away, when you go no contact, you start to reclaim your reality. You rebuild your life, you journal, you talk to safe people, you reconnect with your true friends and family. You reconnect with yourself. You realize that you are enough. You don't need their approval. Their love isn't real. Their compliments aren't real. Their promises aren't real. Nothing is real except the pain they caused you. And yes, eventually they will reach out again. They'll apologize. They'll beg for another chance. They'll say they've changed. Don't believe it. They haven't changed. Going back is like hoping the sun will shine through the clouds tomorrow after a hurricane. It's not going to happen. Walking away is not weakness. It's the strongest move you'll ever make. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. If you've ever felt emotionally trapped, confused, or blamed for everything, then chances are you've been in a relationship with a narcissist. Narcissists are master manipulators, and they use every trick in the book to keep their victims under their thumb. But knowledge is power, and once you know how to spot a narcissist, you can avoid falling into their trap. Here are 10 telltale signs that you're dealing with a narcissist. Number 1, they're always the victim. Have you ever noticed your partner always playing the victim? They never take responsibility for their actions, and they always have a good excuse for why they couldn't do something. This is a classic sign of narcissism. Narcissists believe that they're better than everyone else, and that the rules don't apply to them, so they feel no need to follow through on their promises or apologize when they're wrong. No. 2, they're all take and no give. Another red flag is when the relationship feels like it's all take and no give. Narcissists are only interested in themselves and what they want, and they'll take until there's nothing left to take. They don't care about giving back or making the other person happy. It's all about what they want and how they feel. 3, they're overly critical. Are you constantly being criticized by your partner? Do you feel like you're never good enough for them? Narcissists are always looking for something to criticize. They can't stand it when they see someone else happy, and they'll do anything to make them miserable. 4, they're controlling and jealous. Controlling behavior and jealousy are 2 more common traits among narcissists. They want to control every aspect of the relationship, and they're always trying to isolate their partners from their friends and family. They may accuse you of cheating or being unfaithful, even if there's no evidence to support their claims. Number 5, they're never accountable. Narcissists are never accountable for their actions. They always have a reason or an excuse as to why they did what they did, and they'll never admit when they're wrong. This is a big red flag that you're dealing with a narcissist. 6, they're manipulative. Manipulation is another common trait among narcissists. They'll manipulate you into doing things their way by using tactics like guilt, shame, and fear. You might feel like you're walking on eggshells around them, and you may be afraid of what will happen if you upset them. 7, narcissists are self-centered, and they put themselves before everyone else. They're only interested in their own needs and wants, and they don't care about how their actions affect others. 8, they're entitled. Another telltale sign that you're re-dealing with a narcissist is if they think that they're re-entitled to special treatment. They believe that they're above the rules, and that they don't have to follow them. 9, if the narcissist feels that you've done something to wrong them, then they will hold a grudge and seek revenge. They won't be able to forgive you, and they'll find ways to make your life miserable. And 10, their gaslighting is a common tactic that narcissists use to manipulate their victims. They'll make you question your own sanity by denying things that they've said or done. You may start to feel like you're losing your mind, and you may question your own memory and judgment. If you recognize these signs in yourself or someone you know, then it's time to take action. Remember, you're not alone. There is help available, and you deserve to be happy. Did you relate to any of these points? Let us know in the comments below if you found this video helpful. Don't forget to like and share this video with those who might benefit from it. The references and studies used in this video are added in the description below. Thanks for watching, and see you in our next video.